Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is the good one, especially if you're living in a compact space, a rental, or even the just home that feel little tight. We're talking the small space design. Now, I know the word small space can make some people cringe, like it's something to get over. But no, designing small spaces is one of the most exciting, creative, rewarding things you can do. You're not just styling the home, you are building an experience. It's every square inch. So whatever you are in a studio apartment, granny flat, or even rethinking your guest room into the proper multifunctional space, this one is for you. Let's start with the mindset. I had a client walking and says, Paris, my home is too small. I can't do much. But that's not true. Small doesn't mean limited. It means focused, intentional, thoughtful. When you're working with a less space, every decision matters more, which is honestly give you more design power, and you start to see that designing small isn't about compromise, it's about clarity. Think about like small space forced to define your lifestyle. How do you want to feel? What do you truly need? What's bringing you joy in your home? These are powerful questions, and a small space help you to answer them fast. Layout is everything, the art of zoning. One of the most important things in a small space is layout. You can't afford the dead corners or the awkward traffic. You have to zone your space smartly. But zoning doesn't mean putting up the wall. It's about guiding the eye. A rock can define your living room, even it's just one side of the room. A dining table with a pendant light above it says, this is where we eat. This is the moment. Even the simple console behind your sofa can break up the long, narrow room. I once worked on the 35 square meters apartment where we had to fit living room, bedroom, kitchen, and workroom all in one. We used a mix of shade curtains, raised platforms, and light change, and it felt like 4 separate areas. If you are in a small space, you need storage, but not just any storage. You need smart built-in and beautiful solution. Think of floor-to-ceiling wardrobes with the touch latch doors that melt into the wall. Banquet seating at the dining area with the deep drawers underneath, and the floating shelf with the LED lighting that double as a future moments. You are renting? Don't worry. Use the furniture with the dual purpose, like bed with the drawers, tall bookshelf, and even the wall-mounted pegboards that are functional and chic. Now, let's talk about furniture in small spaces. Scale is everything. One oversized sofa can destroy the flow of entire room. What if I always suggested to choose the pieces that are lighter lift off the ground and the multifunctional? A great example is a modular sofa with the slim arms and elevated legs. It feels spacious and airy, or round dining table instead of square, better flow, softer movement, and visually less heavily. I once helped a family turn the tiny enclosed balcony into the breakfast nook. All we used was custom-built bench, round marble table, and the 2 vintage chairs. It's become their favorite spot in the house. People always ask me, should I keep everything light in a small space, like all white walls, beige furniture, nothing dramatic? And my answer is not necessarily. Yes, light tones open things up, but small doesn't mean you can't use the color. In fact, color use intentional, make the small space feel confident. Try the moody wall in the deep forest green behind your bed, or soft clay tones for your living room walls. Layer with the rust and the caramel tones in the textile. And don't forget about the textile, linen curtains, bustle cushions, velvet stool, brushed brass handles. Texture adds the depth without clutter. It's a luxury trick that instantly lifts the space. Even the layering the texture rock under the glass coffee table give you the feeling of riches without bulk. In small spaces, lighting make or break the vibe. Overhead lighting alone will flatten everything. Instead, use the layers, a floor lamp beside the sofa, wall-mounted sconces above the bed, and strip lighting under the kitchen cabinets, and even the candles or salt lamp in the evening to soften the things. Also, if you short on space, wall or ceiling mounted feature free up the surface area. Dimmer are your best friend. Lighting should work with you throughout the day and create the mood at the night. Decorating the small space isn't about adding more stuff, it's about choosing the pieces that tell you the story. Use larger art pieces instead of tiny frames. Choose a few statement deco objects with an intentional, maybe ceramic vase or stack of beautiful books, sculptural candle holder, and of course plants, but choose ones with a clear structure like fiddle leaf figs or snake plants. They clean the air, bring the life, and create the focal point without adding the mess. To wrap up, the designing small spaces is not about working with limitation. It's about seeing potential with right layout, lighting, color, and furniture. You can turn even the tiniest corner into the dreamy high-end heaven. And don't forget, this is your space. Fill it with the things you love. Edit it with a care, and create the moments that feel like you. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you enjoyed this episode, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment and tell me your biggest challenge with a small space design. And I'll see you next time. Oh my god, coffee? So good.